If you can permit me a personal note, because I was always short for my age, and I was always very short. In fact, when I was a little boy, I was even shorter. I was always getting beat up. When I was a kid, the bigger boys would pick on me. You know, that was what you did. That's what is done. So I got an idea that I would make alliances with older boys. You know, like just one or two who would be my protectors. The summer when I was about 10, one of the older boys who I depended on to kind of be a protector, his name was Michael Schwerner. In the summer of '64, I learned that Mickey had been in Mississippi registering voters. And he and two other people who had been with him registering voters were tortured and murdered. And when I heard that my protector had been murdered by the real bullies, I think it changed my life. I had to protect people from the bullies, the people who would beat them up economically, or the people who would subject them and their families to real harm. Because if you don't have a voice, if you don't have power, if you are vulnerable economically in society, you don't have anybody to protect you. There's no single magic bullet to solving this problem. I mean, I've written a lot of books. I've come up with a lot of policy ideas. I'm not alone. Policy ideas are plentiful. Remember, we make the rules of the economy. And we have the power to change those rules. You've got to mobilize, you've got to organize, you've got to energize other people. You know, politics is not out there. It starts here. Today's our last class. I'll try that again. Today's our last class. Remember the first part of the course, we looked at the dynamics of wealth and poverty, and many of you were a little bit down after that. And some of you worried that that dynamic was inevitable. Is this going to be just a partisan fight? Are we just going to have class warfare in this country? No. The rich actually do better with an economy that is growing faster when everybody else is doing better. This is not a zero-sum game. History is on the side of positive social change. Unemployment insurance, social security, civil rights, and voting rights. Environmental protection. The Environmental Protection Act, signed into law by Richard Nixon, of all people. Any one of you who feels cynical about the possibility of social progress, just consider where we have been.
Roger, Eagle, Vanguard.
Which sort of comes to you. To you. You don't necessarily need to be elected President of the United States or be a Secretary of Labor to have a huge impact. You can be a leader in many, many different spheres. There are a lot of other things I could be doing. But I choose to be here in this course because I believe in you. I believe that some of you are going to change the community our society, maybe even the world. One final word. May your lives be filled with passion, and also may your days be filled with wonder and happiness. May you do great things with your life, and may you have a wonderful, exuberant, brilliant career. Thank you.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving.
He inspired me, actually, personally, to really want to go out and make a difference.
Came to Brazil to work with an NGO in the favelas.
I know my wife definitely, Erica, wants to go to school too. Now that she sees that it's possible.
I wanted to become a lawyer.
You know, I've thought about it a lot. I wrote a couple of books on this stuff.
I knew what to do. I would, on my weekends, I would take a day off to start, not a revolution, but you know what, maybe we do need something like that.